General Hospital spoilers. Jason's life upended. Is Britt alive and hiding his child? General Hospital has never been short of jaw-dropping twists, but the latest spoilers and whispers from behind the scenes suggest that we may be on the verge of a seismic storyline shift. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, who recently returned to Port Charles with secrets of his own, may soon discover that his life is about to be shaken to its core. At the center of this potential bombshell, Dr. Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thibault. Fans still grieve her tragic death at the hands of the Hook killer, but in the soap world, no one is truly gone until the door is slammed shut. New spoilers suggest Britt might not only be alive but also hiding a child that could forever change Jason's future. This article will dive into every corner of this speculation, breaking down what it means for Jason, Britt, Liesl, Carly, Sam, and nearly everyone in Port Charles. So grab your coffee, because this is going to be a deep, emotional, twisty ride into the heart of General Hospital storytelling. Jason Morgan has carried the weight of countless tragedies over the years. From losing his marriage to Sam, to watching Sunny spiral, to being presumed dead himself after the Cassadine Island tunnel collapse, Jason's life has been defined by sacrifice and heartbreak. Yet Britt Westbourne was different. She wasn't just another fling or a dangerous liaison. Jason and Britt found something rare, an honest connection that neither of them expected. She was the daughter of criminal masterminds Caesar Faison and Liesl Albrecht, yet Jason never judged her for her dark lineage. Instead, he saw her heart. When Britt died in early 2023, Jason wasn't there. He was believed to be gone himself. And when he returned, he buried the grief of knowing one of the few women who truly accepted him was lost forever. But what if he's wrong? Soap fans know better than to take a death at face value. Britt's supposed murder was tragic, but there were details that never quite lined up. Why did the Hook target her? Why did Liesl seem so resigned after a brief period of rage? Why did the show never show Britt's body in any definitive, closed-casket way that would remove doubt? Some behind-the-scenes spoilers hint that Britt's death may have been orchestrated, either by Liesl herself, desperate to save her daughter from a threat we haven't yet seen, or by Victor Cassadine, who had reasons of his own to manipulate Jason's circle. If Britt was hidden away for her own protection, it raises a chilling possibility. She's been raising a child in secret. Imagine the fallout if Britt secretly gave birth to Jason's child. Their romance may not have lasted long, but their connection was fiery and deeply intimate. Britt could have conceived before her disappearance. Why hide the child? Several motives emerge. Protection from enemies. Both Jason and Britt's enemies are ruthless. Victor Cassadine, Helena's remnants, or even remnants of Cyrus Renault's network would love to use a child as leverage. Liesl's interference. Liesl Albrecht might have convinced Britt to vanish to keep the child safe, even if it meant breaking Jason's heart. Britt's mistrust of Jason's world. Though she loved him, Britt knew Jason's life was one of danger. Raising a child alone might have seemed the safest route. But now, whispers suggest the child could be nearing toddler age. And secrets never stay buried forever in Port Charles. Jason has always been a protector. From Michael to Jake to Danny, his instinct has been to shield children from danger, even at great personal cost. If Jason learns Britt not only survived but also bore his child, it will shatter his sense of reality. Would he rage at Liesl for hiding the truth? Would he forgive Britt for the deception, understanding her fear? And most importantly, would Jason be ready to step into fatherhood again after years of loss and distance from Jake and Danny? This storyline could force Jason to confront something he's avoided for years: the balance between his dangerous lifestyle and his role as a father. The ripple effects of Britt's return would extend far beyond Jason. Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, Jason's longtime best friend and sometimes lover, would feel a storm of emotions. Carly was supportive of Jason and Britt, but deep down, she's always harbored feelings for him. Seeing Britt alive and tied to Jason forever through a child would leave Carly conflicted. Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, Jason's ex and the mother of his son Danny, would face a different challenge. She's moved on with Dante, but Jason having another child would raise complicated questions for Danny. Sam has always worried about Jason's dangerous life influencing their son. How will she react if Jason embraces a family with Britt? No one manipulates like Liesel Albrecht. If Britt is alive, there's little chance Liesel didn't play a role. She may have orchestrated the fake death, found a safe house, and insisted Britt keep the child hidden. But there's another twist to consider. What if Liesel herself was manipulated? Victor Cassadine could have staged Britt's disappearance as part of his grand schemes. If so, Britt may not have chosen to stay away. She may have been trapped. Either way, Liesel's involvement will come under scrutiny. And her fierce love for her daughter could either redeem her or destroy her relationships in Port Charles. Every GH fan knows the Cassadines are never far from a major twist. Victor may be gone, but his shadow looms. Nicholas, Valentine, and even Charlotte remain central players. If Britt was stashed away by a Cassadine, what was the purpose? Could her child be part of a bigger plan, perhaps even viewed as a Cassadine heir due to her mother's ties to Helena? This would weave Jason directly into the Cassadine orbit once again, a place he never wants to be. But as we've seen, fate rarely gives Jason a choice. Should Britt return, viewers will demand answers. Why didn't she tell Jason? Why let him grieve? Her justification will likely be rooted in love. Protecting her child from danger, believing Jason would be safer without the burden, or even being held against her will. Regardless, Britt's inner conflict will fuel emotional, tearful scenes. And Britt herself will face the challenge of reintegrating into a world that moved on without her. One of the most delicious soap mysteries is the identity of the child. Boy or girl? What name did Britt choose? Does the child have Jason's steely blue eyes or Britt's sharp wit? Fans will speculate endlessly about how the child interacts with Jake, Danny, and Scout. This little one could unite or divide Jason's fractured family. And imagine Carly holding the baby. Or Liesel singing German lullabies. Or Sonny weighing in with his perspective on Jason as a father. The possibilities are endless. If this storyline explodes on screen, Port Charles will never be the same. Jason versus Liesel. Betrayal, rage, and eventual forgiveness? Carly versus Britt. Tension, jealousy, and protective instincts colliding. Sam versus Jason. Questions about Danny's future and Jason's priorities. Anna and Sonny's roles. How will they protect Jason from new threats now that a child is involved? The Quartermaines, Jason's family, will want to know the child. Monica, especially, will be overjoyed. The stage is set for sweeping drama. Fans have long clamored for Britt's return. Her chemistry with Jason was undeniable, and her tragic exit felt abrupt. Bringing her back not only satisfies fans but also revitalizes Jason's story with depth and vulnerability. Moreover, introducing a new child creates long-term stakes. That child can grow up on screen, shaping future generations of GH. This storyline would also honor the late Sonia Eddy Epiphany, as Britt's survival could tie into Epiphany's final wishes for her, giving longtime viewers closure. Jason has always been caught between being Sonny's enforcer and a man who longs for peace. Britt could be his chance at redemption. A life with Britt and their child could pull him away from the mob, giving him a new reason to fight for something better. But as history shows, escaping the mob is never simple. And Sonny might not easily let Jason walk away. This is GH. Expect the unexpected. Here are possible directions. Britt is alive, but gravely ill. She returns to hand Jason their child, knowing her time is short. The child is kidnapped. Jason must fight through Cassadine conspiracies to reclaim his family. Britt has amnesia. She doesn't remember Jason but has been raising the child unknowingly tied to him. Another woman raises the child. Britt entrusted the baby to a nurse, who now won't let go. Each twist guarantees heartache, danger, and emotional fireworks. If Britt returns, Jason will be torn between past loves, Carly, Sam, and his deep bond with Britt. Fans adored Bra-Sun, and their reunion would electrify the canvas. But can Jason forgive her deception? And can Britt forgive Jason for not being there when she died? Love, anger, passion, regret. All the hallmarks of a great GH romance are in play. Ultimately, this storyline isn't just about Jason and Britt. It's about legacy. Jason's child with Britt would carry the blood of the Morgans, the Quartermaines, the Aubrechts, and the Faison line. That mix is a recipe for long-term drama. A child born of darkness and light, danger and love. The future of GH itself could hinge on this new generation. General Hospital spoilers point to a shocking revelation. Jason Morgan's life is about to be upended in ways he never imagined. If Britt Westbourne is alive and hiding his child, it will send shockwaves through Port Charles. Love, betrayal, redemption, danger, and family. This is the soap storytelling fans live for. Whether Britt is alive or not, the seeds of this storyline are already planting themselves in Jason's future. One thing is certain, Jason's world will never be the same again.